So after reading Elliot A. Soldier's Fugue, I thought it was interesting that music was incorporated, specifically the hip hop and fugue, to create parallels between the different characters. That was something unique for me and that I hadn't really experienced too much before in a play. As for question two, the values I noticed were perseverance. Like Pop says specifically, you can't just sit around feeling sorry for yourself, or else you will die. Like you need to do something about it, and I think that shows true for the characters and just in general, like soldiers and PTSD survivors. And so I think that was an overarching, theme or value of the play, as well as whether what you want to call it nationality or maybe just like a sense of fighting for others. But each of the main characters um, kind of incorporated that, such as Elliot being a soldier from Iraq, and then Pop, his dad, being a Vietnam veteran, and then his wife Ginny being a nurse in the Vietnam War, so she wasn't fighting, but she was helping out, and then obviously Grandpa fighting in the Korean War. So that was a recurring theme and a value I think they held was fighting and helping others and that. So question three, one word that I wanted to better understand and like identify because I wasn't really sure was gringos. So it apparently means people from the US that aren't Latino. And this helped me better understand the play because it is a derogatory term and it showed me how, the way that people, can be viewed and how they treat others, such as people that aren't Latino. Um, as for the issue of diversity, I felt like when they go off to war, there was a loss of heritage and kind of identity, which also they could be hinting at the other definition of the word fugue. But I think it challenges our understanding because there is like a unification of soldiers, and I think a lot of people forget that there's a complex person behind the uniform that we kind of generalize as soldiers, and so I thought that was interesting. As for a soldier's fugue and what fugue actually means, it is a short melody or phrase that is introduced by one part but then taken up and developed by interweaving parts. So I think it relates to the play because there's like four different stories going on that kind of hop around, and so they mimic the music, and there is like an interweaving of their stories, and while they're different, they mesh really well together. As for my questions about the play, I was wondering, how does this make you view war in general and the country's reasoning for it and their support behind it? Like, how did it change your viewpoint of that, if at all? And then I thought the flute as kind of like a unifying symbol, like throughout the play. I thought that was very interesting, and I wondered, why choose a flute? So those are my questions.